Can you guess which one of these medications damages the nerve fibers in your hands and feet to cause more numbness, more tingling, and more burning sensations? Is it gabapentin, Lyrica, Elavil, or Cymbalta? I'll give you the answer in just a few minutes, and you will be shocked. Hi, I'm Kyle Bailey, and in the next 3 minutes, 29 seconds, I'm going to reveal the one cream you should never rub on your skin. Because while it may give you temporary relief, studies show it increases permanent nerve damage by 35%, keeping you stuck in a perpetual state of pain and discomfort no matter what you do. So if you want to heal your nerves from the inside out and ease numbness, tingling, and burning sensations, then pay close attention to every word of this viral video, because I will also show you what thousands of pain sufferers are doing to get quick yet lasting relief. Trust me, it's not what you think. It has nothing to do with running your hands under hot water, wearing gloves and extra socks so your extremities never get too cold, using a TENS unit and sticking the pads to your ankles, trying shoes with different padding, looking for some sort of cushion and relief, going to the chiropractor or the acupuncturist, or even rubbing Vicks vapor on your feet and slipping your socks over that. Instead, it has everything to do with an 11-second nerve healing ritual, which studies from world-renowned institutes like the Nature Journal and the NeuroGenica research prove detoxifies your nerves for an immediate, all-natural euphoria release. Boosts nerve protection by 2,192%, which allows you to experience cooling, long-lasting relief. Regenerates nerves in arms and legs in just 3 days, restoring your freedom of movement. And once this 11-second nerve healing ritual washes away pain from your hands, feet, and everywhere else you feel discomfort, imagine what your life would look like. You'll no longer hate to move. Pain will no longer hold you back from playing with your grandkids, spending more time with your family, and going out with your friends. You can wear a shirt, wrap yourself in a blanket to enjoy deep, restful sleep without your skin being sensitive to the fabric. What's even more amazing is you'll no longer feel like a disabled person who needs help with simple tasks like tying your shoelaces, opening a jar, driving, and cooking a full meal standing up. Imagine how great it would feel to reclaim your independence again, to move with the same strength, freedom, and joy as you did in your 20s. I'm sure you realize this means you'll be able to pick up hobbies that once brought you joy, like gardening, hiking, and jogging. You'll even be able to surprise your spouse with dancing classes where you'll hold hands and slide and glide on the dance floor without feeling any discomfort in your hands or feet. Think about what that will do for your love life. Even better, think about what this sweet, lasting relief will mean for your self-esteem, happiness, and overall health, and how you will live your life from now on. You're so close to finally feeling good about life again, and it all starts in 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Kyle Bailey. I live a joyful life with my wife and 2 wonderful daughters in Boise, Idaho. Nowadays, folks recognize me as the leading expert in natural neurology, which is a newly found field of ending neuropathy with natural alternative remedies that Big Pharma will never tell you about. And that's because I traveled to places like Japan, India, and even Stanford University to become a naturopathy practitioner, a therapeutic pain specialist, and a neural repair and rehabilitation expert, which is the lost art of naturally repairing nerves from the inside out. I even became accredited as a neurologist expert by the American Academy of Neurology. And thanks to all the knowledge I gained, I've helped over 87,568 folks live pain-free lives. Yet, almost 20 years ago, I was also a prisoner to nerve pain. As a matter of fact, I was taking so many painkillers that I accidentally overdosed and almost lost my life right in front of my family. See, my nerve pain was starting with tingling sensations in my toes. It would come and go, so I brushed it off. Soon I struggled with tying my shoelaces, buttoning my shirt, and opening a jar. That's because my hands would get numb, and the pain would get worse by the day. My skin became so sensitive to touch that my wife and I stopped being intimate. And in the nighttime, the pain in my lower legs would scream at me, which made it hard for me to sleep. This even interrupted my wife's sleep, and as you can imagine, this certainly didn't help with my marital issues. Before I knew it, nerve pain had wrapped its cold fingers around my life. It took away my job, snatched away my pastime hobbies, and cost me my social life and playtime with my daughters. The worst part is, it felt like I had nobody to talk to, and doctors were no help either. They simply gave me prescription prescription drugs like gabapentin, Lyrica, and duloxetine, and basically told me to live with the pain. Some even flirted with the idea of nerve repair surgery, but looking at my mountain of bills and debt, that was certainly out of the question. So I tried alternative measures like creams, gels, patches, and acupuncture, but nothing ever worked. And the only time I felt some sense of relief was when I mixed gabapentin and Lyrica together. I knew it wasn't healthy for me, but nothing else worked. So what other choice did I have? So as time went on, I started popping these painkillers like candy every time I needed to go out, sit for long periods, fall asleep, or simply get through the day. I'd pop pain pills one after the other, and this went on day after day, month after month, piling up in my liver until one eventful Sunday, as I was reaching over to my stack of medicine, I suddenly collapsed to the floor, foaming from the mouth, while my wife and 2 little daughters watched in absolute horror, thinking they had lost me forever. I couldn't remember much after that, just the faint sounds of my daughter's cries and the sirens from the ambulance rushing me to the hospital. Now look, this is what a healthy liver should look like. Yet the doctor said this is how my liver looked. Damaged and bruised from the countless painkillers I had been taking. I couldn't believe it. Nerve pain almost took me away from my family. Lying in the hospital bed, it hit me. If I survived, something had to change. Right then and there, I made it my life's mission to find out the actual root cause of neuropathy and how anyone can naturally get lasting relief without relying on liver-damaging painkillers like I did. This set me on a 20-year journey where I became certified from Stanford University and the American Academy of Neurology and acquired the credentials that I mentioned earlier. And thanks to all the knowledge I gained, I discovered the actual root cause of nerve pain. Even better, I found an 11-second nerve healing ritual which allowed me to do simple tasks like putting on a shirt, opening a jar, and going for a walk without feeling discomfort in my hands, feet, or anywhere that hurts. The best part is over 87,568 men and women are already using this 11-second nerve healing ritual to walk, run, and move with the freedom they once had. And if you're still suffering from severe nerve pain, then at some point in time, you have wondered what the root cause of neuropathy is. Am I right? I know I sure did, and I was surprised to find out the root cause of your nerve pain has nothing to do with inflammation, damaged nerves, or even high glucose levels, and everything to do with a small group of molecules inside your nervous system called Schwann cells. I will tell you more about your Schwann cells in the next 3 minutes, but for now, know this. Once your Schwann cells get destroyed, it triggers a cascade effect that damages the nerves in your hands, feet, or anywhere else you feel discomfort. And I don't have to tell you this triggers numbness, soreness, tingling sensations, and sharp shooting pains no matter what you do. And this breakthrough discovery started when I asked myself 2 simple questions. Why are Americans over 40 struggling with neuropathy now more than ever before? And how come none of these so-called pain solutions give you instant yet lasting nerve pain relief? Watch this video to the very end and you'll discover how the answer to these 2 questions can help end your nerve pain for good. Plus, I'll even show you my 11-second nerve healing ritual you can do at home to get instant long-term relief. Because until now, if you experienced numbness, tingling, burning, and pins and needle sensations, most doctors would offer you one of the following 3 solutions. The first are anti-epileptic, anticonvulsant, or anti-seizure drugs, aka gabapentin, Neurontin, Lyrica, and pregabalin. Because while you might think they ease your nerve pain, the Journal of Neurological Sciences shows they actually cause peripheral neuropathy. That's because its toxic effect damaged nerve fibers in your hands and feet to cause more numbness, more sharp shooting pain, and more burning sensations throughout your body. The worst part is once your nerves get damaged, this can lead to neuropathic ulcers, where you get these nasty looking infections appearing on your hands and feet. And I don't have to tell you this triggers burning feet, where it feels like you're walking on hot coal with every step you take, and finger ulcers, where you can't even pick up a fork to eat your food. And sure, doctors may give you creams for treatment, but if the infection keeps spreading through your bloodstream, as Johns Hopkins University experts warn, then that part of your body may be removed by surgical amputation. And believe it or not, that's not even the worst thing that could happen. It gets far worse. Because anti-seizure drugs do more than cause almost irreversible nerve damage and neuropathic ulcers. They can also shrink your brain, as shown here in this shocking study by the Journal of the International League Against Epilepsy. This is because anti-seizure drugs trigger apoptosis in the developing gray matter of the brain, which in layman's term means anti-seizure drugs basically program your brain cells to self-destruct. So the longer you take them, the less gray matter you have in your brain, which means the more problems you'll have with focus and remembering faces, appointments, and even where you put your keys. That's why studies reveal taking anti-seizure drugs increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease by 20% and the risk of dementia by a whopping 60%. Luckily, in the next few minutes, I will reveal how this 11-second nerve healing ritual can ease your numbness, tingling, burning sensations, and protect your brain from dementia and Alzheimer's, and your hands and feet from being amputated. Yet, before I do, let's talk about the second solution you need to avoid: antidepressant drugs. You may know them as duloxetine, amitriptyline, Cymbalta, Elavil, and Prozac. What you don't know is Big Pharma markets these drugs as so-called pain solutions to make more money. But the truth is, antidepressants rarely work for nerve pain. In fact, some Harvard scientists say switching soon may be best. As reports show, patients who take antidepressants saw hardly any improvements at all. This is also confirmed by the New York Times and other media outlets. And it makes sense if you think about it, because if antidepressants were made for depression, how could you possibly expect them to end your nerve pain for good? The harsh reality is you can't. Luckily, in a minute, I will show you what you can do to heal and repair your nerves to get lasting, all-natural euphoric relief. Yet before I do, let's look at the last option people use for nerve pain: topical solutions. Now, whether you're using creams, gels, or patches, most topical solutions contain one or two of these pain-relieving agents: lidocaine or capsaicin. They both work by either blocking or numbing pain signals. And while this gives you temporary relief, studies show this increased permanent nerve damage by 35%. And even the American Neurological Association warns that with repeated application, neural degeneration occurs. So the more you use these topical solutions, the more permanently damaged your nerves will get, which means more numbness, more pins and needle sensations, more tingling, and more burning sensations. And once your nerves are permanently damaged, that's when you hear the 11 heart-sinking words from your doctor: "I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do to help you." Now, with everything you've learned about the 3 failed nerve pain solutions, I'm sure you're wondering, is there a surefire way to get instant yet lasting relief from nerve pain, all with 0 side effects? Well, I'm here to tell you there is. To erase nerve pain altogether, you need to understand exactly how your nerves work. Let me explain. See, inside your nervous system are millions of tiny neurons connected together. Most people like to think of them as a network of cables, and that's pretty accurate. Now, outside of your nerve cables are the myelin sheaths. You could think of them like the coating of a wire, just like the ones you see on your TV and phone charging cords. They protect your nerves from damage, and I don't have to tell you how important this is, because damaged nerves cause numbness, tingling, and sharp shooting pain. Now, inside your nerve cables are axons. They're like electrical currents that run through the wire. In fact, you see those electrical charges. Those are axons sending messages to parts of your body. This is how neurons communicate, allowing you to move and feel warmth, coldness, pain, pleasure, and all types of sensations. Now, what most neurologists overlook are unique molecules called Schwann cells. Schwann cells handles the repair and healing of your nerves, myelin sheath, and axon. So when your doctor tells you that your nerves are beyond repair and there's nothing they can do, it's probably because your Schwann cells aren't working as they used to. Simply put, your Schwann cells are your nervous system's electrician, which protects, maintains, and repairs your myelin sheath and axons. This way, your nervous system is working like it's supposed to, and you'll stay pain-free. However, when your Schwann cells get damaged, it exposes your myelin sheath and axon to attack from toxins and chemicals. And this is bad news because, as Harvard scientists best explain, most peripheral neuropathies are the result of damage to either the message-carrying axons or to the insulating sheath of myelin. In other words, when your Schwann cells get damaged, it opens up the floodgates for your myelin sheath and axons to get destroyed as well, which then causes nerve pain. Once this happens, You struggle to work because of the numbness creeping up in your arms, shoulders, and fingers, making it difficult to type, handle paperwork, and stay focused on the task at hand. Go out and enjoy time with your family and friends and coworkers because the sharp shooting pain makes it impossible to have fun and live in the moment. Wake up to tingling sensations that spread from the fingertips to the shoulder, making even simple tasks like brushing teeth or getting dressed a chore. Fall asleep because of burning sensations coursing through your legs and arms, leaving you tossing and turning at night. For years, top neurologists have wondered how your nerve electrician, Schwann cells, get damaged, and how this leads to numbness, tingling, burning, pins and needle sensation. Then the World Health Organization released an alarming state of the science report, revealing that it's due to a class of neuron-eating chemicals proven to damage your Schwann cells as well as your myelin sheath and axons. They are chemicals that can be found in the air we breathe, canned foods, and even your personal care products like soaps, shampoos, moisturizers, lotions, and cosmetics. So clearly, they can sneak into your body without you even knowing. So what are these chemicals called? Neurotoxins. And get this, scientists from the Journal of Neuroscience state that neurotoxins induced Schwann cell apoptosis. In other words, scientists found that these neurotoxins make Schwann cells die 1,000 times faster than they normally do. Look here at the green dots in the first picture. That's the amount of Schwann cells that die normally. And this is the amount of Schwann cells that die when exposed to neurotoxins. And with the increased depth of your Schwann cells, it makes it easier for the neurotoxins to rampage and invade your entire network of nerves. Just like how rats can storm into a house, and just like how rats eat away at wires in their coating, neurotoxins start to chomp away at the vital parts of your nerve axons and myelin sheath. Heck, they even devour the sensory nerves in your hands and feet like a full-course meal. This is why you feel more numbness, tingling, pins and needle sensation, most in your hands and feet. And get this, like how a cut, damaged wire sparks and misfires, your nerves also misfire, which result in sudden, sharp shooting pains. And burning sensations where it feels like your skin is on fire. And also pins and needle sensation as if someone is poking your body with a thumbtack. And get this, your axons can even stop sending out electrical currents. This results in sudden numbness like when you fall asleep on your arm. Worse yet, once your myelin sheath gets damaged, your nerves become overly sensitive. And once this happens, something as simple as fabric touching your skin causes pain. Wearing socks feels like a constricting band, which causes burning and stinging sensations. The light touch of a brush or taking a shower triggers sharp shooting pains.
And even a slight cool breeze can cause a painful chill.
Or a warm room might feel hot. And that's not even the worst part. Because studies from the National Institute of Aging Health revealed that nerve damage could lead to Alzheimer's and dementia. In fact, in the same study where scientists studied 2,174 folks, some older than 70 years old, they discovered the more nerve impairments patients had in their lower leg, hands, and other parts of the body, the more likely they were to develop dementia. That's because nerve damage in your hands and feet spread like a plague to your brain, shrinks your neurons, and destroys the gray matter in your brain. And I don't have to tell you, this leads to cognitive decline, where you forget where you left your keys, have trouble finishing sentences, or forgot people, places, and appointments. Or even worse, you start slurring your words and becoming dependent like a senior at a nursing home. So as you probably guessed, you should do something about your nerve pain right away, before it's too late.
Luckily, now you know the reason you still feel tingling, burning sensations, and sharp shooting pain.
And the reason why most nerve pain solutions rarely work or only give you temporary relief is that they never focus on the actual cause of your nerve pain, neurotoxins. Yet as doom and gloom as this all looks, I won't be another doctor to tell you there's nothing you can do about it. Because while it's difficult to avoid exposure to these toxic chemicals, since they're found in food, water, and many consumer products, you must focus on what you can control, preventing neurotoxins from destroying your Schwann cells. Once this happens, your Schwann cells can prevent your nerves from getting damaged, which means you'll experience less tingling, numbness, burning sensations, and sharp shooting pain. And remember, Schwann cells repair and regenerate your axons and myelin sheath, which means they will finally be able to heal your nerves from the inside out so you never experience nerve pain again. So now that we have the understanding the root cause of numbness, tingling, burning sensations, and sharp shooting pain, how can we use this knowledge to stop the pain and heal your nerves so you can experience lasting relief? That's the question I began to ask myself. Rather than just masking the symptoms like every other solution, I wanted to find a simple, all-natural, at-home remedy to give people their lives back. Now, unfortunately, a formula like this did not exist, and I had to look at the ingredients myself based on my own unique research and clinical expertise. So I began my journey looking for rare, exotic ingredients all around the world to address the root cause of nerve pain. Specifically, how we can get your nerves' electrician, the Schwann cells, to function at total capacity. This way it can heal your nerves from the inside out and give you a natural, euphoric, lasting relief. The first ingredient I discovered is an exotic-looking, rare vitamin called benfotiamine. Studies show benfotiamine flat out works better than most prescription drugs. That's because in a study reported by Harvard Health, where patients took 4 different nerve pain pills, duloxetine, mexiletine, nortriptyline, and pregabalin, scientists discovered that only 15% of the patients felt relief. This means that for every 10 people who went to the doctor's office, only 1 person experienced relief. So, are you surprised that you're still in pain, even after taking pill after pill? Yet on the flip side, when scientists gave folks with nerve pain only benfotiamine, 70% of the patients saw a significant improvement in their symptoms. This means they could get back to their favorite hobbies again, like gardening, golfing, dancing, and sit down to enjoy dinner with their friends without the numbness and tingling in their hands or the burning sensations in their feet holding them back. Imagine how wonderful that must have felt to finally live life again like a normal person as your pain magically disappears with no zombie-like side effects. That's the pain-soothing power of benfotiamine. Now, the next ingredient is your nervous system's garbage man. That's because, as Harvard scientists best explain, riboflavin works to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation of nerves. In other words, it clears out neurotoxins and other chemicals that damage your nerves, which then gives you almost instant, all-natural, euphoric relief. The third ingredient is a common ingredient, yet studies show this is a nutrient 92% of Americans lack. What's scary is scientists from the respected neurology clinical practice say this vitamin deficiency can lead to nerve dysfunction. So which vitamin is this? Vitamin C. Yet this isn't another vitamin C you could find at Walmart. It's the purest form and 100% water soluble. This means your body can easily absorb it so your Schwann cell can reap all its health boosting effects. In fact, as reported by the Journal of Neurochemistry, when scientists gave test subjects 50 microns of this pure form of vitamin C, they increased a functioning gene inside their Schwann cell by 70%. Now, this specific gene helps your Schwann cells perform its functions like repairing damaged axons and myelin sheaths. And this is how you get relief from the numbness, tingling, and burning sensations in your hands and feet. So you can imagine how great you'll feel with this 70% boost of your Schwann cells. Now remember, how nerve pain can increase your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia? Well, that's where the fourth ingredient comes in. It's called methylcobalamin, but you can call it your brain's neuron protector. That's because when test subjects with traumatic brain injury, TBI, were given methylcobalamin, it helped repair damaged neurons in their brain, as you can see. What's even more impressive is methylcobalamin protects your brain cells from inflammation. As you guessed, this means less headaches and brain fog, and even more mental clarity to stay focused for hours and remember things easily, no matter your age. Now, these ingredients will help ease your numbness, tingling, and pins and needle sensations. Now, if you want genuine, lasting relief, you need to heal your nerves from the inside out. That's where the fifth ingredient comes in, folic acid. In addition to increasing the production of your Schwann cells, studies done by neuroregeneration research shows folic acid promotes nerve healing by increasing the quantity and quality of axons. Plus, when scientists nourished injured nerves with folic acid, the thickness of their myelin sheath increased by over 2,191%. It gets better because the sixth and final ingredient works hand in hand with folic acid to help heal and regrow nerves. It's called phosphatidylcholine. Let's call it PTD-CHO for short. It's a substance your nerves need, but you barely get enough of it. But guess what happens when you do? Well, as reported by Nature Journal, it stimulates and multiplies the growth of new nerves, all in as little as 3 days. Here's how. Think of your nerves like tiny roots, and PTD-CHO is water, which nourishes your nerves to help them grow from this, day 1, to this, day 3. To recap, folic acid promotes nerve healing by increasing the production of Schwann cells and the quantity and quality of axons. It also increases the thickness of your myelin sheaths by 2,191.67%. And when you combine PTD-CHO's superpower to grow new nerves in as little as 3 days, you have the perfect winning combination to heal your nerves from the inside out and grow new nerves, allowing you to move with a newfound sense of vitality and energy coursing through your body, and engage in activities you were forced to give up, whether that's playing catch with your kids, dancing barefoot in the sand, or pursuing your favorite hobbies with renewed vigor. The possibilities are endless. And get this, while each ingredient has its own superpower to relieve your nerve pain, they work even better when combined in the right ratio. In fact, studies show a combination involving benfotiamine and methylcobalamin help diabetic patients improve their nerves' conduction velocity. And when your nerves' conduction velocity is improved, your nerves' healing abilities will accelerate. The electrical signals between nerves will speed up, which help you walk, run, and move with the same vigor and energy you used to have as a kid. And look, after hundreds of hours of study, research, and testing, searching the globe, sourcing the highest quality, clinically proven herbs, plants, and ingredients, my team and I have developed what we believe to be the most potent and effective pain-reversing, nerve-healing formulation ever created. Introducing NeuroGenica. NeuroGenica contains 6 of the most potent ingredients combined in the right ratio to target the root cause of your nerve pain. All you have to do is take 2 NeuroGenica capsules, which take less than 11 seconds out of your day. And just like that, NeuroGenica will get to work in the background to ease your pain and heal your nerves from the inside out. And that's why I call this the 11-second nerve healing ritual. And as you know, since each ingredient is rare, we source them from Japan, Germany, and other exotic places around the world. Yet the most amazing part is, we then ship each ingredient back to our state-of-the-art facility right here in the USA. This way we can quickly manufacture, package, and ship it straight to your doorstep with the highest quality ingredients sourced from all around the world. Each ingredient is FDA registered and good manufacturing practice certified. This means with NeuroGenica, you never have to worry about dangerous stimulants or toxins, tolerance forming, fillers, harsh chemicals, or even GMO. And what's even more amazing is since NeuroGenica washes away your pain, your skin will no longer be sensitive to bedroom sheets, and the pain in your hands and feet will no longer scream at you in the nighttime, which means you can finally sleep like a baby and wake up refreshed with long-lasting energy to tackle your day. With NeuroGenica, you'll finally move around again without the numbness, tingling, or pins and needles sensation. In fact, what you're about to get inside NeuroGenica is the exact reason why thousands of folks are finally getting relief they've been praying for. People like John from Orlando, Florida, who said, "Nerve pain used to turn my nights into a battleground, making sleep feel like an impossible dream. I dreaded bedtime. Then, I tried NeuroGenica on my sister's recommendation, not expecting much. To my surprise, I started sleeping through the night, pain-free. Waking up refreshed felt like a miracle. NeuroGenica gave me back not just rest, but my life." And Maria from New York City, who said, "I used to love my morning walks in Central Park, but nerve pain turned them into a nightmare. After starting NeuroGenica, the change was night and day. The pain that loomed over every step just vanished. Now I'm back to my walks, enjoying every moment, pain-free. It feels like NeuroGenica handed me back a piece of my life." Or even Jessica from San Diego, California, who said, "Dealing with nerve pain felt like I was being zapped every now and then, totally out of the blue. I tried so many things, And honestly, I didn't have high hopes for NeuroGenica, but I was at my wit's end. You wouldn't believe it, but it actually started working. Weeks in, and the zapping just stopped. It's crazy. I'm back to my gardening on weekends, something I thought I'd never enjoy again. NeuroGenica, absolute game changer for me. I get hundreds of emails like this, and this inspires me to spread the word about NeuroGenica, especially since NeuroGenica is more powerful than any other pain solution. And that's because, and as you've just seen, it targets the root cause of your nerve pain. And because your nerve sends signals to every part of your body, once NeuroGenica works its magic, you'll notice a difference in your mood, mental clarity, and overall health. So it's time for you to stop feeling like a disabled person and get back to living a normal life again. A life where you can play with your grandkids, get back to your favorite hobbies, and enjoy doing simple tasks again like walking, sitting, and writing without pain limiting your every move. Now I want you to take a second, breathe in, and picture what your life would look like once NeuroGenica soothes your nerve pain. Imagine enjoying a stroll along the shore, walking barefoot on the beach, and feeling the warmth of sand in your toes with zero numbness or discomfort whatsoever. And once you're pain-free, imagine how happy your grandkids will be as you can play catch and tag with them. Even better, you'll finally be able to mingle with your friends, coworkers, and family and get in on the fun without the fear of discomfort or flare-ups looming in the back of your mind. And the best part is, once your nerve pain is a thing of the past, you'll finally be able to cover yourself with a blanket, pain-free, and enjoy a deep, restful, uninterrupted sleep. This means you'll wake up refreshed with a newfound energy to move with the freedom you once had. In fact, many happy customers report feeling active again, as if they turned back the hands of time. The only question is, what will you do with your newfound energy? Will you get back to your favorite hobbies that have been off limits because of your nerve pain? Hobbies like biking, gardening, and dancing? Will you return to work because you can now sit at a desk for hours completely pain-free? Or will you finally take that vacation you've been putting off? Embark on adventures, explore new cultures, and make lasting memories without any limitations or pain. The choice is yours, and the possibilities are endless. And you can have it all today when you claim your supply of NeuroGenica right away. Now you should realize that I didn't spend all this time with you to give you another snake oil pain solution. I take great pride in helping thousands of folks get relief from nerve pain. So I would never attach my name to a product I didn't 100% believe in. The bottom line is, quality like this doesn't come cheap. However, when you compare the price of NeuroGenica with the dozens, if not hundreds of formulations containing outdated, generic ingredients that give you less than impressive, if any results, it will seem like a bargain. And given the lack of genuine, permanent solution for nerve pain, we could easily offer this at a very high price, especially if you think about the financial cost of living with nerve pain. In fact, did you know the average neuropathy patient spends $23,183 on treatment? And between prescriptions, laboratory testing, hospital visits, and ER costs, that expense can quickly add up to
$37,880 every month.
So can you imagine how much you spend in a year? That's a mind-boggling amount of money that can ruin your finances.
Alternatively, what would it cost to replicate my work yourself?
It is certainly possible, as I did it, but it was incredibly time-consuming and costly. It costs $1,240 to source all 6 ingredients you need to target the root cause of your nerve pain. And it would take months or even years of hard work and effort. That's why many of my colleagues say investing $500 for this lifetime solution is a steal. But here's the thing. My goal with NeuroGenica is to help as many folks get instant, long-term relief to help folks who have tried everything in the book and are still suffering from nerve pain. That's why I cut out the middlemen and made it available only through this video you're currently watching. This also means you don't need to invest the $37,880 or $23,183 or $1,240 or even $500 to get your hands on NeuroGenica. In fact, you don't need to pay $300 or even a discounted introductory price of $200, because on this page only, and because you've given me your time today, I'm going to reward you with our lowest price ever. That's because I worked out a crazy bargain that's only available while you're watching this video. So for today only, you can get NeuroGenica for a huge discount. Look below and see for yourself. When you see how much of a discount you qualify for today, I'm confident you'll be more than happy. In return, I'm asking that you send us a raving review once you experience the same life-changing transformation that many of our customers are experiencing. Customers like Ethan from Denver, Colorado, who said, "Skiing is my life, but nerve pain in my legs almost took that away from me. I started taking NeuroGenica without much hope, but holy cow, it worked. This past winter, I was back on the slopes, skiing like my life depended on it, and not a single twinge of pain. NeuroGenica has been nothing short of a miracle for me. And remember, this is the only place you'll find NeuroGenica at such a low price. This deal is not available on Amazon or any other third-party retailer. And while you'll notice pain relief almost immediately, customers say they get long-term results when they take NeuroGenica for 90 days or more. That's because the ingredients inside NeuroGenica take time to build up in your body. This means the longer you take NeuroGenica, the better you feel and move. Think of your nerves like a root, and every time you take NeuroGenica, you're watering your nerve roots. At first, tiny sprouts will peek to the surface, but that's the promise of future growth. As you continue to water your nerve roots with NeuroGenica, that tiny sprout will begin to grow, and it will spring forth new shoots and branches to weave a network of strong neurons throughout your entire nervous system. And just like a tree with deep, sturdy roots can weather any storm, with your nerves as good as new, you'll go through life and move with 100% freedom and zero traces of pain and discomfort. That's why our customers get the best results when they take NeuroGenica for 90 days or more. And that's also why I worked out a pretty sweet deal for viewers of this video. Because when we ship bottles in bulk, we can cut down on cost and pass the savings down to you. This means two things. One, once you stock up on NeuroGenica, you'll have plenty on hand for maximum relief month after month. So you don't have to worry about running out and potentially ruining your progress. And number two, since we're passing the savings down to you, you'll pay less for each bottle of NeuroGenica. This means right here, right now, and for a limited time only, you can save even more money on top of today's already steeply discounted price. Because you'll save more when you get the 3-bottle option. And to top it all off, you get the biggest savings when you get the 6-bottle package of NeuroGenica. And remember this deal is not available on Amazon or anywhere else. The only way to get NeuroGenica for this incredible price is right from this page. Now, with any great deal, there is a catch. By now, you know from experience how most pain solutions always come up short. So as you can imagine,
Thousands of pain sufferers are chomping at the bits for a solution that actually works.
this means the demand for NeuroGenica is at an all-time high. So I can't guarantee this offer will be available if you choose to leave this page and come back later. In fact, I can't guarantee you'll be able to buy NeuroGenica at all. In this case, you'll be waiting for our next batch to be ready before you can try it, and most likely without the discounted price.
This is why you must act now and lock in your savings for NeuroGenica.
And remember, you'll get the biggest savings when you get the 6-bottle option of NeuroGenica. By now, most solutions have disappointed you. So if you're still skeptical, I totally get it. This is why your investment in NeuroGenica comes with my 60-day pain-free pledge guarantee. And this means if by the end of the 60 days your tingling, numbness, and burning sensations aren't gone, and if you're still unable to get back to your favorite activities and do the simple tasks in life without feeling pain, then we'll refund every single penny, no questions asked. So you don't even have to say yes right now. Just say maybe today and make your final decision after you test drive NeuroGenica. Look, I can't make your decision any simpler or easier than that. So here's what to do next. Choose your package and you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. The page is encrypted with the latest SSL 256-bit security for your total privacy and protection. This is the same security the major e-commerce giants like Amazon.com use. Next, all you have to do is enter your details on the encrypted order form, and in a matter of days, you'll be holding in your hands the pain-relieving solution that your nerves have been crying out for. You have been dealing with the pain for way too long. So it's time to take action and choose the package that's best for you. And remember, you get the biggest savings when you choose the 6-bottle option. So I recommend picking that package. I can't wait for you to feel every single benefit that NeuroGenica has to offer. Click the button below and get NeuroGenica now. By now, you know how much nerve pain can impact the quality of your life. It can force you to quit your job, take away pastime hobbies that bring you joy, drive a wedge between you and your spouse, steal family time and playtime from your grandkids, increase your healthcare costs and run your pockets dry, and destroy your entire livelihood. So right now, you've come to a genuine crossroads in life where you must make a choice between two very different outcomes. The first option, of course, is to do nothing to address the root cause of your nerve pain, and to continue making CEOs of big pharma companies rich by taking meds and painkillers, which, by the way, only masks the pain and numbness and never does anything to heal your nerves, which keep getting more and more damaged as we speak. And by now, you probably know the more your nerves get damaged, the more you'll feel your feet screaming at you, even if it's in the middle of the night when you desperately need sleep. And the more you feel pulsating electrical shots, pins and needle sensations, and numbness that may never go away. Heck, you can't even let your spouse near your hands or feet because any sort of touch hurts. You'll continue to miss out on family outings, events, and vacations. And your condition could keep getting worse and worse until one day your doctor tells you the 10-letter word nobody ever wants to hear: amputation. Or you can choose option 2, the best and smartest option that can change how you live your life for the better, and get your hands on NeuroGenica, the world's first solution to target the actual root cause of your nerve pain, which nourishes and protects your Schwann cells so they can repair your nerves. This way, you can finally enjoy healthy, calm, steady nerves and get euphoric relief in your hands, feet, or anywhere you feel discomfort, which means 0 pins and needles, 0 lightning bolts of pain, 0 pulsating electrical shocks, and even the numbness will go away. Imagine your life once this happens. You'll be more energetic as you move without numbness or burning sensations. The days of living in pain will be behind you, and you can finally return to being you again and living like a normal person, where you can sleep like a baby, groove on the dance floor, walk on the beach, play with your grandkids, go out with your friends and loved ones, open jars, and do other household chores, all 100% pain-free. You know this is the future you've been dreaming of, and it would be regrettable to let this chance pass you by. So go ahead, get your supply of NeuroGenica right now and make this future a reality. Remember, you get the biggest savings when you get the 6-bottle option of NeuroGenica. I guarantee you'll be satisfied. If not, you don't pay a single penny. It's not just a policy, but my personal guarantee. It's that simple. Claim your supply of NeuroGenica below, and we'll rush your order straight to your doorstep. Now, I get tons of emails every day from folks who have frequent questions about NeuroGenica. And I know that people who watch this far usually have a few questions. So I'm going to answer a few of the most common questions while you're sitting there deciding to secure your own package. The first question is from Mary, who lives in Pensacola, Florida, who asks, how is NeuroGenica better than painkillers and other pain solutions? Prescription painkillers temporarily mask the symptoms of pain while ignoring the underlying root cause. In fact, they can actually make the pain worse in the long run. And, as if that wasn't bad enough, to the potential for addiction and abuse with most prescription painkillers is shockingly high. This has led to a global opioid crisis that, according to the CDC, has cost over 500,000 lives in the USA alone. NeuroGenica is different. It gives you more than temporary relief. It addresses the root cause of your nerve pain, and while helping your Schwann cells repair your axons and myelin sheath, which then heals your nerves from the inside out to experience long-lasting relief. That's not all. It also helps your body clear out neurotoxins that damage your nerves. And while you might notice nearly instant pain relief, the healing effects of NeuroGenica compounds over time, so your nerves can be restored to their youthful condition and function. George from Austin, Texas says, "I have lived with nerve pain for quite some time now. Are you sure this will work for me?" Look, I have shown you the science behind the root cause of your nerve pain and why most pain solutions have failed you in the past. I've even told you about your Schwann cells and how NeuroGenica can heal your nerves to give you long-lasting relief. And by now, you have seen raving reviews from happy customers like Brian from Detroit, Michigan, who said, "After my motorcycle accident, nerve pain was my new normal. Nights were the worst, just lying there, feeling every single ache. NeuroGenica was my last resort, and to my surprise, it worked wonders. I'm sleeping through the night now. I've even started riding again. It's like I've gotten a piece of myself back. Thanks to NeuroGenica, life looks a whole lot brighter." And David from Austin, Texas, who said, "As a carpenter, my hands were everything. When nerve pain kicked in, it felt like my career was slipping through my fingers. Every time I used a hammer, it was agony. I gave NeuroGenica a shot, not expecting much, but man was I wrong. It's like I got my hands back, steady and pain-free. Now I'm back, building and creating without a second thought about pain. NeuroGenica saved more than just my job. It saved my sanity." There are tens of thousands of folks who are finally getting lasting pain relief. Thousands of happy customers can't be wrong. So let me ask you this. If NeuroGenica is already working for them, some with more damage done to their nerves than yours, how could it not possibly work for you? The truth is, it will. So, to experience firsthand how well NeuroGenica will work for you, take advantage of our special risk-free offer that you can only get while watching this free video, and order your NeuroGenica today. And remember, you get to save even more when you get the 6-bottle option of NeuroGenica. Peter from Washington, D.C. had an interesting question. How fast will I see results? While many customers feel relief within the first day of trying NeuroGenica, results may vary from person to person. And since studies show the ingredients inside NeuroGenica can grow nerves in as little as 3 days, you can expect the pain in your hands, feet, or anywhere that hurts to fade away within the first week. Keep in mind that NeuroGenica has a compounding effect. This means the more you use it, the more your nerves will heal and the less pain you'll feel. Until you wake up one day and you can walk around barefoot, put on a shirt, type or write, run, play with your grandkids, sit and enjoy a meal with your friends, all 100% pain-free. This is also why I recommend stocking up on the 6-bottle option, so you have more than enough to feel the long-lasting compounding effects of NeuroGenica. Catherine from North Carolina also asked, "Are there any side effects? Is NeuroGenica safe?" Great question. Fortunately, NeuroGenica has 0 side effects reported. That's because our ingredients contain 0 fillers, soy, artificial coloring, dairy, or heavy metals. And it's fully compliant with GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices, safety standards. In fact, to this day, we have not had a single side effect reported from our loyal customers who take NeuroGenica. So you can order today with full confidence. Another person interested in NeuroGenica asks, "Are there any hidden fees or recurring charges?" There are no hidden fees or recurring charges. When you order NeuroGenica today, you pay a one-time, risk-free investment. Now let me ask you this. What is the hidden cost of living with pain? Because by now, you might have some idea how much it cost you in the past. Prescriptions, chiropractic, doctor visits, massages, painkillers that do nothing but procrastinate the pain. This all adds up. And you're also smart enough to know that the longer you wait to end your pain for good, the more expensive it'll be in the long run. Ashley from New York City asks, how does the guarantee work again? When you get your NeuroGenica today, your investment is backed by our 60-day pain-free pledge guarantee. All this means is, if by the end of the 60 days your tingling, numbness, and burning sensations aren't gone, and you're still unable to get back to your favorite activities and do the simple tasks in life without feeling pain, then we'll refund every single penny, no questions asked. We're so confident that NeuroGenica will work for you that we're willing to put our money where our mouth is and remove all the risks from your shoulders. So, if you're curious about NeuroGenica, you don't even have to make a decision today. Simply place your order, try it out for up to 60 days, then decide you want to keep it, all risk-free. So now there's no reason not to say yes today. And remember, you'll get the biggest savings when you stock up on the 6-bottle option. So go ahead, order NeuroGenica and stock up while supplies last. And the last question is, how long will this special offer for NeuroGenica last? As I said before, because you've made it this far into this presentation, you're obviously serious about tackling your nerve pain once and for all. So as a reward for your seriousness, I'm giving you NeuroGenica at a discounted price. Of course, there's a catch. This special deal is only for the viewers of this video today. This means you'll never get NeuroGenica at such a discounted rate once you leave this video. And remember, because of how well NeuroGenica works, demand is going through the roof, which also means there's no telling how long supplies will last, or if this video will even still be up should you leave this page without ordering NeuroGenica. So take advantage of this one-time offer and order NeuroGenica while you still can.